Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, we're getting some pretty crazy fate stuff here, man. Not only did they kick off with like a murder on the train, um, we now are looking at one of the most probably pivotal moments for this character of ours to kind of get past his whole, um, thought process of what his mentor or like his, I already forget, subject, being a subject to this, to the writer of the King of Conquerors, and we really learn just how much of a hassle it has to be to have visit the Holy War, and now all of a sudden because you visit it or like you've done it and dealt with what comes with that, people literally are trying to like discredit or even say that you're not even clearly worthy of anything you're trying to set forward for the future and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy to me to see all this like transpiring, and then after transpiring we learn um that whoever did this to whoever did this to the Lord, or like whoever got into his stash and got the mantle, what is it called? The cape off this guy. Literally, it's somehow an open, like it was an inside job, like someone had a way to get into it. And I kind of want to say it's just the person we saw, right? Like it's the person who literally just did all this stuff to him at the end of this episode, because she seems like she has some type of relationship with the King of Conquerors, right? She seems like she's been there, done that, and knows him or something. So she would be the only one to be able to be like, oh yeah, yeah, people who are worthy and you are not. That's what she's kind of giving off, like, oh, here's all the worthy people and you are not one of them, buddy. So yeah, but I can't tell just by how this is all kind of playing out, because not only do they kind of do this on purpose, where it's like, oh, this should be the main villain we're looking for. This is the person who, somehow can be invisible to time, like she didn't exist in time now somehow, or at that period of time to be seen, but was there nonetheless. So that's what it kind of seemed like, because she doesn't exist in the past or the future, seeing how she's like on a different plane of existence. But that also wouldn't make sense as well, because servants, or like the people like Saber and all that stuff, clearly lived, like they lived to become those things, but at the same time, their time periods are so like weirdly convoluted, to the point of, if Saber was alive and doing the things she was doing, that means she should have came across some of the servants as well during her like actual life, and maybe was the reason why some of those people were dead and got chosen after fighting her and having like memorable battles or something. So it's a really weird concept as of what they're talking about, because supposedly the person doesn't exist in the past or the future. He's an invisible. I don't know why they jumped to man automatically. He's an invisible man to time. So not only does this person have a way to just pop in and out, he also can attack someone who had premonition abilities to be able to see stuff like this coming, or at least should have been able to see stuff like this coming, and winds up getting absolutely bodied for it. So I don't know. I don't know um, exactly where they could actually put this in the grand scheme of like, why wasn't she able to see it, or was she able to see it and just decided to let this happen instead of letting someone else take the damage for her? It's stuff like that that really actually um, interests me on seeing just what the heck popped off throughout all this, and where is this going? Because after seeing someone pull out the noble plasm of the King of Conquerors, it's clear that she has a lot of something of the King of Conquerors, or she's a part of him in some way, or she has some history in general. So to think that she could pull out the noble plasm with something like the mantle, though, like the thing, the little piece that she got off of our main guy, doesn't really seem true, right? It doesn't seem like that's the case, but at the end of the day, this show likes to the most obvious solution is the easiest thing on your mind, or like the easiest person that you've already kind of chosen out could be that person. But this is way too early to call it. We're going to definitely see what the heck is going to transpire later on. But to hear the holy church guy kind of talking about his own eyes and sounding like he was deciding to part with them is also very interesting to me. Like he was going to take out his own eyes to, in this auction or something along those lines. Like I don't know. I'm really just interested in this show as a whole. They keep dropping more and more weird little nooks and crannies, and it's enough to keep me like on my toes and wanting to know like what the heck is actually popping off. So that's enough for me. But with all that being said, I definitely want to hear what you guys are feeling about this. Have you dropped the show? Are you keeping up with it? Is it something that, you enjoy, or are you just like watching it because you might not have too much other stuff to watch? What's your deal with this show? Because as of right now, I do appreciate where they're going with all this stuff. It just feels as if we're only going to see so much of it, though, before it starts to actually make full on sense to us. I mean, maybe it makes sense to some people already, but I feel like they do this to like put in little drops of things to have you like, okay, this and that. Wait, no, that doesn't add up. Like they just feel like they're pretty clever with how they put things sometimes. So, all that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next one tomorrow. I definitely need to work on my stomach problems, man. I woke up just feeling like absolute crap today, so I'm surprised I actually even got these videos out while I am doing them because I still feel like crap and the show must go on. So, all that being said, I will talk to you guys very soon. So, with that, peace.